Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who has never studied law. And I want you to keep that in mind as you watch this video because it'll become apparent pretty quickly that I am a fucking idiot. But I am calling myself a fucking idiot here at the top of this video, thereby removing the power from you to do so later. That's what they call preemptive thinking. Alright, I'm here to talk about the slap heard around the world. Dana White slapped his wife. Yes, that's the headline, and it did happen. But if I can get right to the heart of the matter, I am here to defend Dana White. I think Dana White, based on a few factors, should suffer no consequences outside of his own family. Within his own family, he should absolutely suffer consequences. I do think he was wrong. But outside of that, I don't think so. I think the primary factor that's got me thinking this is, of course, he and his wife have both each come out separately and made a statement saying that this was a private family matter that spilled out into public. They've been a married couple, a unit for 30 years, together for 40 years, and they have children. They're moving forward as a family, as a unit into the world, and they want this to be respected as a private matter that just happened to spill out into public. Now, that's a lot, and it's enough, in my opinion, only because of the severity of the violence, the severity of the slaps, which, in my opinion, is relevant. I know I sound like a caveman, like a fucking Neanderthal, even bringing it up. The severity of the slaps? Well, like you can go like this, but not like this. The backhand, you got the knuckles. It hurts on the cheekbone or whatever. And I know I look like a fucking Italian animal. If you've watched any of American movies, anytime there's an Italian American, he's beating the shit out of his wife. But it's always for something really important, like she burnt his steak or something. And he's like, "You're burning it! You're burning! Look at this! Bam, bam!" Fucking animals. Anyway. But yeah, despite at the risk of looking like that, I have to say the severity of the slaps is relevant. To pretend it's not relevant and pertinent is to be disingenuous and to be ignorant. I pretend myself my whole life. I pretended that, there's never a good reason to hit a woman. I've never hit a woman. I've been slapped in the face and not hit back and whatever. And yeah, there's never a reason to hit a woman. But still, we have video evidence here, and he was slapped first, which is not nothing. He's a guy that's a former boxer. Yes, he's taken punches to the face 1,000 times. But a slap in the face is still a slap in the face. It's what we use as an analogy to refer to shit that's jarring. That's like a slap in the face. This kick's like a slap in the face. It's a fucking jarring thing. And he was slapped, and he retaliated, by slapping her back, and it wasn't hard. I think if he slapped her as hard as she slapped him, I'd be like, he's a scumbag. Fuck him. But he was doing kind of like this pushy, pussy type of slap thing. And I don't know. I just think video evidence has softened my position, because without video evidence, just taking a description, I would find myself coming down on her side, because me, like a lot of people, I have this inherent bias towards women or whatever in any sort of a domestic dispute, when there's violence. But look, the reality is we have video evidence and we have statements from both, and I think it's important to respect both those together and say, yeah, in my opinion, that's the conclusion I've reached. Dana White should suffer consequences within his own family, because I do think he crossed the line and whatever. But socially, legally, whatever else, I don't think he crossed the line. And I know he's ashamed. I could hear it in his voice when he did that interview. And it sucks for their family, because they have kids that are old enough. Again, they run in their own circles. They've been exposed to all the memes and horse shit. And, that's what they have to do. They have to focus on getting through this as a family. They already have a fucking fortune. So I hope Dana sticks around. But even if he doesn't, they have to preserve the health of their family. And, this is definitely a tough time, even if it's made easier by people, by just in general quieting down. That shit's going to live forever on the internet. So I think I wanted to make this video like a hypocrite, to say that I don't think we should talk about it. But I'm only making it because I feel an obligation to tell you guys, because I have 109 subscribers. How am I not going to talk about the president of the UFC slapping his wife on camera when everybody in the world is fucking talking about it? But still, my point is, yeah, we should respect their privacy. And in my opinion, it doesn't meet my threshold. But I will say I'm aware this is a very sensitive subject matter, very sensitive, and people have incredibly strong convictions. And if you find yourself with a different opinion than mine, then fuck you, you're wrong. No. Then, I'm thinking if your opinion's different than mine, unless it's a fucking awful opinion, I'm probably going to respect it. But I do think, again, at the risk of looking like the guy that's going to beat his wife, Gina, the severity of the slaps is relevant, and the fact that each of them has come forward stating, look, we're a unit moving forward into the world, let us get through this, shut up about it. We should shut up about it. Now, having said that, if you guys respond by giving this a lot of views and this becomes a nice video for me, then I'll make another one. I'll exploit the issue, because I, like everyone else, am a hypocrite, and I'm only pretending to live by the codes that I live by. Alright, like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit, comment below, but remember, you can't call me a fucking idiot. I've taken that power from you. Find another insult.